And shifting our focus to more breaking news coming in. This is a CNN News 18 exclusive news break. The 37th report submitted to the United Nations Security Council is a monitoring document that has a note of the Red Fort blast as well. Dated 4th February, the report says that global counter-terrorism bodies continue to treat South Asia-based jihadi groups as active. This says despite leadership sanctions, financial curbs and international pressure over the years, the report also speaks of records that Jaish-e-Mohammed is still accessed by at least one member state as operational and capable of planning high-impact attacks. Top intel sources telling Manoj Gupta that intelligence inputs also point to how the UNSC is monitoring or the UNSC monitoring report indicates that Jaish-e-Mohammed is not dead, that Jaish-e-Mohammed is transitioning from overt to high-frequency attacks to selective and high-impact operations. CNN News 18, remember, it also reported earlier about Jaish-e-Mohammed's women's brigade. And now the UN report confirms that one news break, which was put out by us. I do want to bring in CNN News 18's Anand Narasimhan into the conversation. Anand, what do you make of this? Key details coming to light, but more importantly, the notorious design by Jaish-e-Mohammed also linked to the Red Fort blast case.
Morning, Christine, and morning to our viewers. This only confirms CNN News 18's report, and it also underlines the fact that Bharat has not been misleading the world, unlike Pakistan, because the UN finds concurrence in what Bharat has always been saying, that the Jaish is not yet destroyed and they are actively planning attacks on Bharat's soil. And this also corroborates with what the Jaish leadership has been saying in its addresses while they are trying to become a political outfit and trying to combine ranks with the Lashkar, etc. But more importantly, the Jaish-e-Mohammed is something which we had also reported, and we had said that Dr. Shaheen, who was arrested as part of the Al-Falah module, had been identified as the leader of the Jaish-e-Mohammed brigade, that is the women's wing, and they are also now going to be actively planning attacks in and around Punjab. So weaponizing women of Bharat after radicalizing them, and that too these white-collar terrorists who can actually hide in plain sight. This actually shows that the Jaish is quite active within Bharat and also trying to foment further terror attacks in Bharat. Now, whether or not this merits further action or pressing the unpause button on Op Sindoor or lends credence to what Mr. Asaduddin Owaisi appealed for in Parliament yesterday, that we'll have to wait for what the government has to say. But this confirms CNN News 18's report earlier. In fact, a month ago itself, we had put out that there is an active Jaish involvement in the Al-Falah module, in the Delhi blast, and also in terms of weaponizing and radicalizing women.
Oh yes, I do want to bring in Siddhant Mishra into the conversation as well. Separately, the report also noted that 3 individuals allegedly involved in separate attacks, namely Pahalgam, Jammu and Kashmir, were killed in July, which again shifts focus back, Siddhant, to security operations against militant networks in the region. But more importantly, like Anand was also highlighting, the way Jaish continues to operate, not just in India, and the entire region has not gone unnoticed.
Well, that's right, Kritzween. In fact, what Manoj is bringing for us, and in fact, this is what top sources are telling Manoj Gupta, that intelligence inputs suggest in the UNSC monitoring report indicate that Jaish-e-Mohammed is not dead. JEM is transitioning from overt to high-frequency attacks to selective and high-impact operations. They are combined new organizational rebuilding. This suggests intent to stay relevant under sustained scrutiny rather than reducing their capability. So, as Manoj is reporting for us, this is once again reaffirming the fact that Jaish-e-Mohammed is very much active and perhaps has links with various terror attacks taking place in India, including the attack in New Delhi in the month of November near Red Fort. In fact, as Anand was also pointing out, Kritzween, that this is exactly what Manoj Gupta reported a few months back, that how Jaish-e-Mohammed is making women's brigade. Jaish issues circular as a JM's women's outreach program, which is titled as Jamaat al-Mohammed. It seeks to recruit and indoctrinate women into the JEM ecosystem under the name of Islamic Reform and PT. Jaish used words like Bismillah, Quranic verses, and image of Makkah and Medina. These provides divine legitimacy to JEM's narrative, which is important for propaganda design. And perhaps the same, what Manoj reported almost a month back, is now finds reflection in this latest UNSC report, which we have brought for our viewers.
Oh yes, one of the key highlights is of course how CNN News 18's Newsbreak stands confirmed of the all-women's unit of Jaish. Anand continues to stay on with us. Anand, it also points to the shift in recruitment and facilitation strategies by the group. So if you could just come in on that a little bit, and what kind of a networking are we really looking at through this report? What does it expose clearly?
Well, the Jaish has really modified its operations. Look at this. The preparation for this entire Jaish-e-Mohammed and also the Al-Falah module started about in 2014, 2015 and got far more active post-2019. So the Jaish also is trying to evolve and trying to penetrate into the white-collared terrorism and hybrid terrorism. This has been flagged off by multiple people who were core commanders, including Lieutenant General D.P. Pandey and Lieutenant General K.J.S. Dhillon, that this is how these modules are now working. They have then used this entire integration, complete integration of Jammu and Kashmir into Bharat as a foil to also spread their own cadre across the length and breadth of the country, while these people operate from highly encrypted channels and continue to indoctrinate and radicalize further, and that too highly educated, qualified professionals who continue to operate in their professional capacities while preparing for a strike when the right time comes. So these are like very, very active sleeper cells, but these are white-collared sleeper cells which are present here. And they have come to light with this entire Al-Falah module and also with the Gujarat module, where this person was getting ready to get a bio weapon ready because of the amount of ricin that was caught. Then after that, look at the kind of explosive caches that have been recovered from Rajasthan in these repeated raids.
Yeah, and we've pulled out those excerpts as well, Anand. Some of it is on our screens as well. Sorry to interrupt. I do want to bring in defense expert Major General K.K. Sinha into the conversation. Thank you, Anand and Siddhant, for joining us with all those details. General Sinha, good morning. Your thoughts here. It was something that India had exposed to the world already, with this UN report taking close note of the same. Jaish, how it continues to operate, its nefarious designs, all of it exposed if we just go by the nitty-gritties that have been highlighted in this report.
Good morning, Jahan. Yeah, this 37th report of UN, which has now come out, actually gives it exactly what India has been telling to the complete world, that the nefarious design of the Pakistan, especially by the Jaish, is carrying on. The module can be in the University of Al-Falah University, the doctors from Jammu and Kashmir who has come over here, and this has basically infiltrated into and proliferated into the white-collar terrorism. And with the module here, what happened, especially after the blast, so minute to minute we are able to, tell how it has happened, how these people were doing it from very long period, how its links were there with the UP, because the doctor from there, the lady doctor was involved in that, and how the module has spread.
Yeah.
Not
just that, General Sinha, also, the shameless propaganda that's on full display. And more importantly, the UN report talking about the one challenge that we've all known, which is despite sanctions, despite leadership sanctions, financial curbs, the international pressure that's been mounting over these groups for years, this continues no matter what. Thank you, General Sinha, for joining us. We need to head into a very quick break. We'll reconnect with you, take this story forward. For now, it's a short break here.